Yeah, really proud of our group. That was hard fought. New Mexico State is terrific defensively, and they have a lot of options on the other end. So, anytime we shoot 3 for 14 from three, it's going to typically be a bit of a grind. But happy with our looks. Just didn't a lot of them didn't go in. Think we got to clean up our defensive glass a little bit. But again, quality win against a quality team. Really balanced attack, and was proud of everybody that wore one of our jerseys tonight.
You mentioned 3 of 14 from three, season lows, and made threes, and also attempted threes, and also had a really cold stretch there to start the second half from the floor. But your guys were able to overcome that and get the win. What do you think was key to outlasting the Aggies?
Yeah, John. Again, the way people are playing Caden, like they're really trying to run him off the line, and then they try and use a rim protector. And the more we see it, the better we're getting at executing. And I think the selflessness of our group will always have a chance to get a great shot. Like no one really cares, and I mean this sincerely. Like no one really cares, and that's why I think we run good offense. Who scores the ball? We're all just trying to get a good one. And when we do get the floor space the right way and we get downhill a little bit, we got a really good chance for something good to happen offensively. And I think our guys just stayed with it, and we were hard to play against defensively then, especially at the end. At the end of the game, we were a little harder to play against. I think they shot 38% from the field, 36. So that's a really good team and really good win. But this is Conference USA. For those that don't know, like just look at the standings in other leagues at some high major programs that have 3-3 records or 2-4 or whatever. Like it's just like that. We had a great non-conference season, and now it'll be a challenge every night.
You mentioned the first half, you had some big wins from Gabriel and also Xander Yates. He's plus 14 there in the first half. What did you see from them tonight? I know obviously you wanted to get a lot more out of your bench, so I'm sure you got very happy with the
Yeah, Bryson, again, we've been trying and retrying. And I think Gabriel's played pretty consistently the last few games. You know, he can make open shots, but he does so many little things, stuff that the scoreboard or the score sheet never reflects. And I just think when you have a group that is really intentional about starring in their roles, I think you got a chance to play really united. And but that's not just on the offensive end. Again, that's what most people pay attention to. But I think our group is built to play that way on both ends.
Richie, at one point it was 1 of 14 in the second half. It kind of busted out of there when Taylor Peter got a cut to the bucket and a reverse layup, and it seemed like there were a lot of those, especially down the stretch, cutting to the bucket. How intentional were your guys in making those moves and passing and finding the opportunities?
Yeah, again, I think we're getting a rhythm against the different coverages we're seeing, and I think that's part of our offense. Coach Johnston and Steven Berggraf and others really do a great job in developing the concepts, whether it's in small groups or individually. So yeah, and Taylor, you guys know this by now. Like Taylor can really score, and I thought Javon was he's never not had some really good scoring nights. I think Florida Atlantic, he had 1 point in what was our last game. UTEP, he had 3, and that's once he comes out of it and gets in his aggressive mode, will be even that much more difficult to guard because he's such a conscientious kid and he doesn't want to let anyone down. We have a room full of those guys. So I think there's room for us to grow, but pleased with obviously tonight.
You already touched on it, but early in the second half, it just seemed like one of those things where all the short range shots, all the layups, just everything was kind of falling out, edging out, and then your guys just kept at it in those final couple of minutes and started to put it down. Were they, was there something that changed? Were they playing a little tight, or what caused that spark?
Yeah, thanks, Dave. I think our group wants to. They're very conscientious young people, and they want to do well, especially in front of our fans. Man, love it when we get a packed house or that fan base, Flames Nation, is engaged because we're tough out. But we also removed the lid that was on the rim, and that was probably pretty healthy for us.
You talked about it briefly Thursday night, first 2-game losing streak of the season, and being a tough bounce back less than 48 hours later. How pleased are you with the guys, their effort and resiliency tonight?
Yeah, I mean, Mexico State was 4-0. We knew it was going to be tough. I'm encouraging our guys to don't get seduced by the negative optics. We have 4 losses on the season, but they're combined, I think, 11 points. So I think we're one of the few teams in the country. I think Ohio State is another one that we've been on the wrong side of those really small margins, and but that's okay because it's helping us grow. We're again in this league. Once that Huntsville bracket hits, the biggest thing you'll have to be worried about is your matchup, not your seed. And so I want to keep getting better. That's what, game number 6, so we're a third of the way through, and I think there's room for growth for us on both ends.
Rebounding effort tonight was really spread out. Caden and Taylor now rebounded Owen and Zach Cleveland. Is that kind of something that you're going to ask of them a lot going forward with the lack of size in the front court?
Bryson Taylor's going to let me know about that. And are you sure about that for Caden?
6 rebounds?
Oh, shocking. I think most of them just fell in his hands. If is he coming in here? Yeah, don't tell him I said that. But yeah, we got to finish plays. And typically, or historically, we've been a really good defensive rebounding team. We went a little smaller because they were small, and sometimes that necessitates a little bit more intentionality to get in that glass. But again, there's not a mistake-free game that is going to be played, and I think for us, we'll clean it up on our next practice and see if we can't keep getting better.
I'm sure you'll take it any time, but 6, almost 7 days off till your next game, is that coming at a good time?
Oh yeah. We've had a few guys that are banged up. We haven't practiced much because of those ailments, so just having a little bit of a respite and only one game to prepare for is good. But FIU has the same thing, so we'll have to be ready. We got beat there last year, and we'll have to be ready. Coach Ballard's doing a good job. Thanks, guys. Oh, go ahead, Bryce.
I asked you earlier in the week about tying the win record here at Liberty. Obviously, you did it tonight. Feel any different about it tonight? Maybe some more thoughts you have on it?
Yeah, thanks for bringing that back up. No, I again, you guys, I've never thought about, and I love Coach Meyer. He obviously did a great job while he was here, but I wish on that record that they could put all the names, and again, the pages would be 3, 4, 5-fold of the people that have helped us win games here. And grateful that I get an opportunity to serve with a group of young men, staff, managers, and on a campus like this that has fabulous leadership. And I want to compliment and honor Dr. Falwell, who hired me, along with Jeff Barber, who believed in me, Jerry Jr., who hired me a second time, along with Jeff Barber again. And like I said, I think Dr. Costin, Jonathan Falwell, and Ian are the best in the business. So blessed that I could do it under their watch, and thankful for what's happened and what's to come. Thanks.